All right, let's try this again. I did not stop the timer. I did not stop the timer. We are going straight. Because sometimes life's like that, you know. Sometimes life throws you a curveball and you just go with it. So just because something bad happened doesn't mean life didn't continue. All right. So for those of you watching, hello, welcome everybody. The original stream stopped. It froze. I'm not sure what happened there. I had to close my OBS and reopen it. But the problem is I lost a good 5 minutes of my timer here. So for those of you just joining in, my name is James Reyes. I am the box office artist, professional artist for 25 years, working on titles like Marvel, DC, film, Transformers, all that fun stuff. And today I am drawing Hercules in a Marvel style. And I gave myself a timer for every character because I do have a hard out. Whether or not the stream went down or not, I still had a hard out. So I have to keep going with this. So Mel Drawings watching the Philippines says, Ang galing, ang galing. Gaurav, welcome back, my friend. Good to see you. Back in business, Knuckle Sandwich, good morning. So another life lesson. Life lesson, guys. For those of you just joining in, I did have the stream up earlier. I was streaming, but then the camera froze. But the thing is, I'm on a timer and I'm on a deadline, and just because it froze doesn't mean the timer stops. And I still get that time. No, I don't. I lost that time. I lost that time, and that's okay. That's part of it, you know. You roll with the punches. Things happen, you know. When you're working in the real world, when you're working in life, things happen. People get sick. You know, people get in accidents. People, you know. So the question is, how do you pivot? And what do you do? You know, what do you do so you can still make your deadline? What do you do to still get the job done, even though a curveball is thrown in? And that is a metaphor for life, my friends. Metaphor for life. There you go. So Mel Drawings watching for the Philippines. Good to see you. Hi again, Mario. Good to see you. Ooh, Hercules Echo. That's right, Hercules. Because I think I mentioned before, like, for example, my teacher was telling me about how he had a friend had a client, and he was delivering the artwork, and he got in an accident. But the client had their client, and, you know, they needed to get that piece to them immediately, and they didn't care if he was in an accident or not. So according to that, you know, the client he worked for, he should have hopped in the cab and still brought the work. Right, but the guy was in an accident, right? So it's like, what do you do? There's no compassion. At the end of the day, it's about money. And then that's why, for example, and again, I hate talking about AI every single stream here, but I'll just touch it on a little bit. That's why AI is not going away, guys. That's why it's not going away. No matter how many lawsuits, it's faster and cheaper. They'll figure it out. So we just got to kind of deal with it as artists, right? And how are we going to stand out? How are we going to be different from all that stuff? Because at the end of the day, the regular person doesn't care about us. They just care about the bottom line and the money, you know? So let's go here. So we still have 12 minutes. We still have 12 minutes, plenty of time. You know, I got the rough shape. So, you know, right, to be honest, right now, he's at the point where if I had to leave him like this, it's not bad. It's not bad. Now, for my standards, I definitely want to add a lot more. But if I had to stop, just say the timer was if I'm at 2 minutes, okay, I'm willing to move on. There you go. Best pose. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Can you do Marvel Rivals Moon Knight? So maybe. You guys liking the Marvel Rivals, eh? You got my Canadian coming out there. You like the Marvel Rivals, eh? Quite possibly, for sure. People love in the Marvel Rivals, so. Yeah. Just trying to work out the issues here, the problems, guys. So when you hear me go quiet, I'm just trying to figure things out. There you go. Wow, Danny DeVito's in crazy shape. That's right, Carter. Aiden says you should draw Secret Life of Pets. I thought I originally read that Secret Life of Pecs. But that would be a fun one for sure. And again, guys, that's what I love about what I'm doing on the channel now. Like whether it gets views or not, at the very least, I get to draw what I want to draw, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. Like, for example, drawing things like this, like Hercules, with a buff Danny DeVito here. Okay, we got 9 minutes, guys. 9 minutes to get as much done on this as possible here. So the question is, where do I want to focus the detail? Because I also want to make sure that, this guy screams body hair. He needs body hair. The body hair can take a while because it's a lot of, if you guys are familiar with the term stippling, that's another form of rendering. So you have the cross hatching, which I do all the time. You guys see me do my cross hatching all the time. But another way to do that is something called stippling, where it's just like dots. So I'm just adding some hair here. I might go quiet here for a bit, guys, depending on what it is. Mainly because I'm working with my time here. You see here, I only got 7 minutes to finish off fill here. And because of that, I need to kind of concentrate on what needs to be done. At the same time, I do want to try to make these streams a little bit more interesting for you guys and a little bit more insightful and a little bit more entertaining. I'll do my best. But you see a guy here trying to fight time. Self-inflicted, of course. Self-inflicted, but, Oh. There we go. Oops. I keep hitting my mic. So part of me wants to get a smaller pen. What was this? This is an 8. I want to use a 3 and get in here really. Get it, because he does have a really big. He's got that 5 o'clock shadow, as we call it, the 5 o'clock shadow. So he has a little bit of hair behind the ears as well. So we'll make sure that we get that going. I think I saw a comment before about hair and how to approach hair. I'm still trying to learn too, I'll be honest with you. 25 years as a professional artist, I'm still trying to figure out how to draw hair. But I would say that keep your detail to where the shadow areas are. Okay, and then work in clumps. Think about it in clumps. Not every single strand, but more like clumps. That would be my advice to you. Now, the question is, do I even follow that advice? I don't even know. Animation Pro says, James, what is the biggest drawing? The biggest drawing I've done is my Star Wars piece. The first one. That was the biggest one I've ever done. By far. That was the biggest drawing I've ever done. Like I've done a bunch of murals, which I talked about to you guys before. I've done the one for my church and stuff, but that Star Wars mural, it beats them all. It's even bigger than... Well, hold on. Hold the phone. Actually, hold the phone. I take that back. I just realized that the official one I did for Star Wars is bigger. It is bigger. It's more boards. In terms of surface area, not lengthwise, not this wise, but surface area. Yeah, sorry. The official Star Wars one I did, that was bigger. 8 times 9, that's 72 comic bars. So 72 of these papers. That's how big that piece was. The other one was 8 times 8, so 64 boards. 64. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so. Look at Danny DeVito here. Now let's see here. Let's see. Echo says, "Are you thinking about doing a similar multiverse saga piece for the MCU like you did for the Infinity Saga?" I started one, but it's a little tricky. Do you include all of the TV shows? Because that's what I started doing. Like I started doing it. You guys know who've been watching me. I started trying to do that. But I just kind of gave up because I lost interest. One of the hard parts is the interest. And I'll be honest, some of those shows, I kind of lost interest in them, I just wasn't interested. I never thought I would say that about a Marvel project because you were talking about a guy who would catch every single one. But there did come a point where I was like, And not saying it was bad, it was just, not exciting for me, Not saying that Okay, well, I got 1 minute left, but I think I've gone all I could go on this character. Okay, so with 1 minute to spare, I'm going to stop the timer here, and we're going to go to the next character here. We're going to her, Megara. Is that how you say it? Meg. Let's call it Meg. I'm gonna draw Meg here. I didn't know the world's greatest comic style artist does live streams. Well, thank you, my friend. I assume you're talking about me. I'll just assume you're talking about me. Okay? But again, guys, I'm going to go 30 minutes on Meg here. Megara. So my friend introduced me to this movie. So just getting my reference here going, guys. Okay. Megara. 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 There you go. McRib? Okay, I like the McRib. Let's have some fun here, guys. Okay, so. Oh, I pressed start on the timer. There you go. So 30 minutes for Meg. Let's just say Meg. So again, guys, whenever drawing a female, a couple things to keep in mind. For me personally, whenever I had too many lines, and maybe it's different for you, I don't know. Maybe you guys could crack the code. But whenever I had too many lines to her face or to her body, she gets older. She just looks older, if that's the case. So. So maybe you guys can figure out how to add more lines to a face and let it not age her up a bit, right? But whose alarm? Somebody's alarm at 6:30 in the morning. Mr. Flaxen Waxen, good to see you, my friend. Just wanted to know how long does it take for you to color a piece like this one? We're gonna find out. Because you guys know I'm going to be coloring these pieces on stream with you, okay? For the most part. So I will let you know, but I would say roughly, if I were to estimate right now, I would say maybe an hour or two, maybe a couple hours tops. There's an alarm going on right now. I don't know who's it for, which kid. Still has, so a couple of plus tax. There you go. Hi, Cubazor. Okay, so let me work on her hair. She's a little bit skinnier neck. I think I give her neck a little bit too. We're doing 25 minutes. Okay, not bad. So it says that even with me losing that time on fill here, that I was still able to get it under the half hour, which means I really didn't need 30 minutes to draw fill. Really didn't need it. Yeah. So, okay, guys. Apologies if I'm not talking as much. By the way, Egyoda says good morning from Connecticut. Welcome. Good morning. Sometimes I'm just working out issues in my head. And but to be honest, like this is actually more laid out than I usually do. But still, things like the hair, I'm trying to figure out how I want to tackle it and approach it because it's a little bit different. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure you draw better than me, Chris. No problem. Your son's right. Tell your son he's right. Tell your son he's right. But good to have you here, my friend. And hopefully your son draws too. I hope your son likes to draw. My kids lost interest. They just don't want to do it. So. Oh, and also, if someone's better than another, it's very subjective, right? It's very, very, very subjective and personal taste, right? It's like saying, this song is better than this song. Well, to you, sure, but there might be a lot of people who like that song over that song. You know what I mean? So, very, very, very subjective in that sense. Let's see here. P. Garza says your time is different, correct? Minus 5:35 a.m. Yes, I am 1 hour ahead of you. It's 6:38 a.m. for me. So I assume you're in Central America. Central America. Central time zone. Is that right? That would be Central time zone then, right? So that's why I was thinking of these streams for the North American audience here. It's more like a morning show for you guys. It's like the morning show if you're awake at this time. Now again, the only reason I do it at this time, because to be honest, it would be smarter for me to do this at a time where the North American audience is awake. Like, good luck having a lot of people from California watching this stream when I'm doing it live. Good luck with that. Like for them, it's like 3:30 in the morning. So I'm not expecting anyone from the West Coast to watch these streams, and that's okay. But this works for me. This works for me. I could get the work done here. My only hope is that maybe I can make these streams interesting enough where people will want to go back and actually watch the streams later. But it's more than that. It's more about me trying to finish a piece of work, and it's faster for me to do that when I'm with you guys. So. Mr. Flax and Wax said, this is the best morning show. There you go. This is the James Ray's Morning Show. On BOA Live. James Ray's in the morning. We'll be right back after a word from these sponsors. JamesRaysMedia.com. Oh, boy. Let's see. Chris loves my sketches. I appreciate it, my friend. Hey, Ped says, how's my day? So far, so good. I had a very productive morning so far. Because last night I was trying to finish today's video last night. I was just too tired. I got home. I was hoping to finish it, but then I just looked at the amount of work to be done. I'm like, ugh. I'll see if I have time to do it in the morning. And so I woke up a little bit earlier. And I was able to finish the video that's coming out today. So there's going to be a video coming out around 9 a.m. Eastern. Okay. So about an hour after the stream's done. If you guys have time, go check out the next video. It's about, if any of you guys are Dragon Ball fans, I drew a Super Saiyan Infinity Goku. Now, that is not canon. It's not a canon creation. It's actually a fan creation. Fans created this version of Goku. Most specifically, a YouTuber named Lord Eisen created it. Or did the version I'm drawing of it. Like, a lot of people have tried to draw. Or, let's say, try to make their version of it. But I really like the Lord Eisen version, so that's what I did. I drew the Lord Eisen version of it. So if any of you are Dragon Ball fans, you want to check it out, that video's coming out at 9 a.m. Eastern. Kian's watching for the Philippines. Mabuhay! Let's see, same box office time, same box office place, same box office channel. That's right, every day. Every day, hooray. Every day I'm shuffling. You know what's going to take longer is the hair. The hair might actually eat up a lot of this 30 minutes that I have to draw this. Chris says, you're great, man. I always idolize you. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. Mr. Flaxen Waxen says, are you excited for Raw on Netflix tonight? I actually am. They're treating it like WrestleMania, you know? They're treating it like, it does mean a lot to them. But the thing is now, you know, it's hard to talk about ratings now because we won't know. We would have no idea what ratings are for these things. You know, and, WWE is going to come up with a number that they're going to come out. A lot of the fun time sometimes is seeing the ratings, how many people watch. And they're going to give us a number. They're going to give us the amount of households. And it's going to be a lot for sure. Now, in Canada, we're actually getting everything on Netflix now. We're not, SmackDown is actually going to Netflix as well. And in its place, the station that was broadcasting SmackDown is now going to air TNA wrestling on Thursdays. I'm actually excited about that. I'm actually excited. Because I didn't have a way to watch TNA wrestling. Now I do. Now I do. Time, 16 minutes left. So yeah, but again, not too much wrestling talk. Again, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. Though at the same time, we probably, if something cool happens tonight, we might go ahead and do a wrestling drawing tomorrow. We might, okay? Because there's a good chance, for example, like The Rock will show up tonight. There's a very, very good chance The Rock will show up tonight. So we'll see. We'll see, my friends. We'll see. Yeah, TNA will reach a larger audience for sure. Yeah. WWE is not like it was before. It's different for sure, but it's very hot. It's very hot right now. For sure, you know. And you guys know I've been a wrestling fan for life. So if you guys haven't, if you haven't seen it already, I put out a wrestling video last week on Friday. I drew 4 of the top wrestlers in WWE right now. I drew Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk, and The Rock, Hollywood Rock, in there as well. So if you have the time to check that video out, that would mean a lot to me if you did. It was a lot of fun to do. So, yeah, Knuckle Sandwich. TNA is total nonstop action wrestling. Don't worry, you're not alone though, the Glaive. Don't worry, you're not alone. But that's what that wrestling company is called. Total nonstop action wrestling. Which, to be honest, it's kind of turning into like a farm system for the WWE now, right? Like a lot of those wrestlers, they're going to be signing with them like later this month. Like Jordana Grace, like Joe Henry is probably going to sign like later this year. So again, I don't want to get into too much wrestling talk. You know, not everybody here likes wrestling, so it's all good, my friends. But I do want to do, you know what? If it's hot tonight, maybe what we'll do tomorrow, we'll do that thing where we'll do the wrestlers in movies. You know how we talked about doing that last week? We might do that tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Good morning, Gift of Ati. Good. Let's see. We got a lot in common, Krish. There you go. There you go, Pia. Dane, how you doing? Dane's watching on Facebook. Hello, my friend. So his favorite was the Devastator I did. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Like, there's a lot of the combiners I still eventually want to do. But, I got to kind of psych myself up for that because you guys know those are long drawings. Those are long drawings. Those are not quick 3-hour drawings. Those are at least 8 to 10 hour drawings easily, if not more. Like the Unicron one took about 16 hours, I would say. The Metroplex one took 12. The Devastator one wasn't that long though. I remember that. So, like some of the combiners, because the thing with Metroplex is a city. Unicron is a planet. Of course, it's gonna have way more detail than the other combiners, okay? But I definitely want to do all of them, like doing Menasor and Superion and doing, what's called Omega Supreme. Doing Omega Supreme would be a lot of fun. So again, guys, it's one of those sooner than later. And I probably will get to those. But again, the first robot I'll probably do is Megatron. Just because I don't have an actual Megatron piece, you would think with all the Optimus Prime pieces I've done, I haven't really drawn Megatron. You know my favorite Megatron to draw? It's actually an obscure one. It's an obscure version of Megatron. It's from a cartoon series called Transformers Armada. And for those of you in the know, that was the very first book that I worked on. First series I worked on, where I was the main penciler for comics. I think my first ever book where I did the pencils for professionally was for a title called Warlands. And that was a long time ago. That was my first experience fully penciling. But then that was... Okay, you know what, guys? I think we're making really good time here. It's 6:50. And then we're going to get to Hercules here. I might have time for Hades, like a quick one. I might have time for Hades, but we'll see. Oh, you didn't do Omega Supreme yet? Not yet, not yet. Like, I've drawn them, like, for commissions and stuff, like smaller versions of them, but not in the most detailed drawing ever style. So, okay. So let's go ahead and draw Hercules now. Okay, let's move this down. We can draw Hercules. Okay. Jin Zeter. Z. Haven't caught a live video in a while. Hope you are doing well, James. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't do my Mega Screen yet. The Glaive loved Transformers Armada as a kid. Love to see that piece, yeah. If you type in James Ray's Transformers Armada, you're going to see a lot of the artwork I did for that series again. Chris says, have I ever played Minecraft? No, I haven't. I have not. Let's see here. Would you draw Wrath from Fantastic Four: The Reckoning? It has good design. I think that would really good. Maybe. Not today, of course, but maybe. Okay, so we're going to reset the timer, guys. And this time we got 1 hour. 1 hour to go, okay. We left 1 hour for Herc himself here. Which is quite a substantial amount of time. Like, you guys seen drawings I've done in 1 hour. And again, this is not the most, let's say, difficult pose I've ever done. It's just him standing, flexing. So part of me thinks I don't need the hour, but at the same time, I don't want to get too confident. Because you never know. The stream could freeze again, for all I know, right? So, what finishing move would you signature yourself? Create character of WWE be. So I assume you meant if it was me. Now, when I was growing up, I made a wrestling character for myself. And he was called. You guys ready for this? My wrestling character was called the Philippine Machine. Philippine Machine. I was the Philippine Machine. And I had an idea what the outfit would be and how I would come down to the ring and stuff. I could never be a wrestler, guys. Never be a wrestler. You got to be like, to be honest, to be a wrestler, you got to be a premier athlete to be a wrestler. It's not easy. Like, you need stamina. You need, and it surprises me when you see a big guy doing well in wrestling, Me and my friends, we used to put on fake wrestling matches, and it takes a lot of energy. A lot of energy. You got to be in shape. But regardless, it's the Philippine machine. Will you ever sell these prints or make an online store, as I would buy a couple prints or posters? Thank you, Luke. I appreciate that. My store should be up soon, guys. I know I said it would be up by today. It's not up yet. My apologies, guys. I'm trying to get it done. But we'll see, okay? Knuckle Sandwich says, would you draw the ugly car Homer? That's a fantastic idea. I love that. Love that idea. I love that idea, the ugly car. Be even funny if I turned it into a transformer, Yeah, this guy doesn't look dreamy enough. I didn't make him dreamy enough. Definitely don't think you need the hour. You're the fastest artist I've seen on YouTube. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. You should create your own version of Super Saiyan. Maybe I should. Maybe I should, my friend. Maybe we could create one together. Let's see here. The Common Conquest. What's wrong with my words today? Conquest says, who's your favorite WWE star? Mine is Edge, Kenny Omega, Seth Rollins, Shawn Michaels, and CM Punk. Well, not all of those are WWE stars, but I love all those wrestlers, by the way. Well, by the way, Edge is going by Cope now. His name's Cope. Cope. I think secretly he was hoping that the Edge name copyright would have been freed up, but then WWE snatched it up. Like recently. Like it went up and then WWE like renewed their copyright. So I think secretly he was hoping that they wouldn't keep the copyright and then he'd be able to get the Edge name back, but he didn't. Now he's Cope. Cope. Yeah. Anyway, probably knowing comic artist. Junk said, if I were to create my wrestler character, also from the Philippines, I would name it as the Gold Digger. Gold Digger. Let's dig the gold, guys. Dig the gold. There you go. There you go. Knuckle Sandwich says, other wrestlers wanted me to call me the Malaysian sensation. I like that. Are you sure that I didn't draw Kevin Sorbo as Hercules? Does he look like Kevin Sorbo? I can see it. I can see it. Kevin Sorbo. Yes, sir. Maybe I had Kevin Sorbo on the brain. Maybe that's why. Hercules is clean shaven, but these days, I think like the models, they all have some sort of stubble, right? Like most male models, they all have stubble on them. So I'm going for dreamy here. Going for dreamy, my friends, dreamy. Kevin Sorbo. Now I can't unsee it now. I can't unsee it. There you go. I'm sure fans will cope with his new name. There you go, Knuckle Sandwich. Abernathy asks, what happened to the drawing of Steppenwolf, the one you spilled coffee on? I will admit to you guys, because there's only a few of us here. We're buddies. Yeah, that was an effect, guys. Yeah, that was an effect. But I am glad that you thought it was real. I'm glad you thought it was real. That shows my skills. Like my job in my job in film was matte painting. So that's what we would do. We would try to make things like that look real, so that you would be fooled. So, so yeah, I never actually spilt coffee on the drawing. So that's a behind the scenes thing you'll only learn if you watch the Box Office Artist Live. So there you go. What signature would you create at the time? Box office spin-off. I'm not sure what that means, my friend. Apologies. Xander says, good morning. Good morning, Xander. Good morning. Dinobots would be highly detailed. Absolutely. That's another one on the list. Even just like a very highly detailed Grimlock. I would probably do that first, to be honest. I would probably do a Grimlock first. And then draw the rest of them. But again, guys, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Part of me thinks Hercules' head's too big. Looking at it now. Okay, let's see here. Echo says, I've seen Transformers Armada cartoon on TV before on TV as a kid. Completely wrong. No, you absolutely did. That's what I did was when I worked on Transformers Armada, it was I won't say an adaptation, but yeah, it was based on the cartoon. It was based on the cartoon. So they actually wanted my drawings to look like the cartoon. And I got a whole story about that. I probably won't go into this stream, but there's a whole story behind that. It's actually really funny. I've told the story before, but remind me to tell you that story a little later on. But I want to save that for a different stream, though. So let's see. Am I going to Elimination Chamber this year? Jinster asks. No. You know why? Because I don't have an extra $2,000 to spare. Guys, WWE tickets, they're insane today. Insane. And again, I'm being, what's it called? I'm exaggerating a tiny bit, but if you look it up, like it's like $300 for like a really bad seat. Like seriously. And then when you have, like, I'm not going alone, I'm bringing my family, right? So it's like, I'd rather just watch it on TV. It's better. I'd rather watch on TV. It's a better view anyway. Now, again, there is something to be said about being in the arena where it happens. In the room that it happens, the room that it happens, the room that it happens. Because again, I was there for Forbidden Door, AEW's Forbidden Door. I saw that Kenny Omega Will Ospreay match. Incredible watching it live. So it is a different experience watching it live. Watching it live, you don't get any commentary, but still pretty incredible. It's an incredible experience. But for that price, I'll watch it on TV. Morning! My babies are awake. Good morning. Hamilton reference, Comic Conquest. Let's see here. That's a good one, Comic Conquest. There you go. Ronaldo or Messi? Oh boy. Let's go. I'll go Ronaldo because he's a YouTuber. No, to be honest, I actually don't follow football. I don't follow football that much, or at all. When I was growing up, it wasn't as big in Canada. And now, it's, again, much bigger today, for sure. Much bigger today. And I know it's more of a worldwide sport. but I haven't really gotten into it. You know. You know, I remember when I worked on the show Stargate. I'm not sure if you guys remember that show Stargate. I was a visual effects artist on that show, and I had a friend, a good buddy of mine, Sharif. Shout out to my buddy Sharif. He was a huge football fan. He was a huge football fan, so he really wanted to go see. Vancouver. I was living in Vancouver at the time. We had a MLS team, Major League Soccer team. We're called the Vancouver Whitecaps, and they were doing a friendly with the Los Angeles Galaxy, LA Galaxy team. And at the time, David Beckham was, he was part of the team, so he was the main attraction. So my buddy Sharif really wanted to go watch the match. And, to somebody who's not into football in that sense, it was a very low-scoring match. And when I say low-scoring match, it was 0-0. That was the final score, 0-0. So people new to the sport, just watching, were just like, okay, when's something going to happen here? It was just like, it felt like it was going back and forth. You know what I mean? Only two real interesting things happened at that time. Only two real interesting things happened. And let me tell you what it is. Okay, the first one was, there was a streaker. That got the biggest pop of the night was when the streaker ran out on the pitch. And then the most hilarious thing about that game was they advertised that you got to win this. You go to this raffle. Okay, you take part of this raffle. You pay to be a part of this raffle, and then you could win David Beckham's game-worn jersey. Yahoo! Okay. Now I didn't join this raffle at all, but then at the end of the game, David Beckham comes out and he's clapping. He's clapping to the crowd, and then all of a sudden, he takes off his jersey, and gives it to a kid in the crowd. Everyone's like, "Wait a minute, wasn't that supposed to be the prize?" Like what? Didn't bother me too much. I was just laughing, but if I bought a ticket to that raffle, I'd be upset. I tell you that much. Be upset. But yeah. Anyway, so that was my brief introduction to footy, as we say, footy. As I'm working on my Kevin Sorbo drawing here, apparently. Let's see here. Where should I post my Lopa piece on your Discord? Did a piece and I'd like to be shown off. You know what? I should make folders for those. Let me see. If I should make folders for all of them. Okay, so even if you did miss the live, you could still go make another piece later on. Because again, these drawings won't be up till the videos won't be up till February. So let me work on that. Okay, for now, I do have one where you could showcase your art. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Put it there for now. But in the meantime, let me go ahead and fix that Discord. I'll put that on the list to do, either today or tomorrow. Stargate is awesome. There you go. Jose Garcia said, I took my family to Raw Live. Cena beat RYE. Who's Randy Orton? Oh, who's RYE for the world title? And the arena energy was insane. Exactly. That's the thing. It's the energy. It is the energy. I remember the very first live show I got to go to, and I had amazing seats. I had second row seats, and the reason was because I was working for Dreamwave at the time, and now he's known as Cope, But Edge was apparently a big fan of the comics we were doing at the time, and he gave the team tickets to SmackDown. Okay, this is a long time ago. Long time ago. But the thing was, I was the only wrestling fan in there. Everyone else wasn't really a wrestling fan. So they gave us 6 tickets for second row to watch SmackDown. Okay, this is a long time ago in the 2000s, guys. Long time ago in the 2000s. So they ended up giving me all 6 tickets. All 6 tickets. So we went there, and it was a fun time. At that time, I think the main feud was Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, and then Undertaker was beating up Brock Lesnar with his cast, right? So it was a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun. And then I remember afterwards, the post show, because you know how afterwards, what they like to do is, well, a lot of the times the wrestlers, they do something extra for the live crowd once the cameras go off. And then at the end, The Undertaker, he chokeslams Paul Bearer. He chokeslams Paul Heyman. Not Paul Bearer, Paul Heyman. And then he bows, right? And then he's laying down. Paul Heyman's laying down there. And then everyone's leaving the arena. And he's down there for a long time. And he has a mic in his hand. And then he's like, I. And everybody's like, oh. And he's like, I hate Canada. Everyone's like, boo. Oh, he's the best, man. He's the best. It's fun. It's just fun, guys. It's just fun. Fun times, my friends. Fun times. I'll be honest, guys. I feel his head's too big. His head's too big. But, you know, on the point of no return at this point. So, not much I could do about that. Oh, so you guys can see. Yeah, Undertaker, the rolling biker character, right? Yeah, I believe so. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, he was doing that character. Rolling. The glaive puts it in the artist alley, but says it has to be safe. Yep, okay, for sure. But definitely, I should make a new folder for every piece I do. So I should start making that. I should start making that a regular thing I do. Is once I do a piece like this, I'll already make a folder for it in the Discord. So we'll do that. Okay. Did I ever do a Highlander piece? No, I've never done a Highlander piece. Never. See some details of this. Yeah, see, I messed up the details already. He should have a circle here. Okay, we got 40 minutes, guys. See, we make a good leeway here. So, yeah, this guy here, this is Phil, I believe that's his name. There you go. The Glaive said, don't worry, I'm sure Kevin Sorbo has a big head anyway. Hercules really looks like Kevin Sorbo. It definitely was not intentional. Okay, it definitely was not intentional that he looks like Kevin Sorbo, guys, okay? But at the same time, hilarious that it looks like Kevin Sorbo. That's hilarious. All right. So, if the head's too big after ink, how do you fix it? By drawing the arms bigger or something? Sometimes, and I'll be honest, sometimes I just edit it a little bit in Photoshop. Because at the end of the day, the only one who would really know is the person who has the original art, and I would let them know if somebody wanted to buy the original art. I would show that to them and just say, just to let you know, I edited the I would let them know that it was edited a little bit, I could hear my son, my dog peed outside the bathroom. Let's see here. Hello, Kevin. How you doing? Been a long time follower, and I love your work. You got a drawing bug back, and I've been having a blast. Thanks. You're welcome, Kevin. I'm glad you're drawing again. That's awesome. If there ever was a live-action Hercules, they should grab Kevin for the job. I think he's a bit old now. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of younger actors they could probably get to play Hercules. Now, unknown person is checking in from the Australian Northern Territory. That's awesome, man. Mr. Flax and Waxen says, I think it looks great, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate it. Animation Pro says the Star Wars drawing is the biggest drawing ever. Well, no. For me. Trust me, guys, there's a ton of different drawings. You know what drawing? You just brought up the biggest drawing. I remember, I'm trying to think of the OG YouTubers out there. And one was, I forgot his name. I remember one YouTuber I used to watch. I think it's Peter Draws. You guys remember Peter Draws? I don't know if he's still doing YouTube or not. I don't know. I haven't checked his channel. But I remember he did a video that I always kind of wanted to do. But it would take some time, so I probably won't do it. But it will definitely take a long, long time. He did a video where he drew on an entire roll of toilet paper. The whole thing. He finished the whole roll of toilet paper. I wonder if that would go viral. I don't know. What do you guys think? But Peter Draws had a very soothing voice. I remember he's like, hey guys. I don't do impressions. I don't do impressions there. P. Garza thinks he looks like Kevin Bacon. There you go. Lamari, I'm not familiar with those characters. Are those like Filipino folklore characters? Okay. Something like that. See, we still got 30 minutes, guys. So I'm just taking my time and, just adding some rendering here. I'll be honest. Part of me wants to give him a beard. Part of me wants to give him like a little bit of a stubbly beard, but there you go. Have you ever had to draw a piece you absolutely hated? Yes. Yes. You know what? We'll talk about that in a different stream because that And I'll be honest, it has to do with that Transformers Armada book. Yeah, I'll be honest, it has to do that. I will explain that. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay. That's a fun story. I do want to tell you guys that story. That's a real fun story. Let's see here. What would you say has been the one character you have drawn that you weren't happy with the end result? Goku. Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, actually check out the video that I'm putting out today. Because I actually talk about that a little bit too in that video. But that is definitely one. Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Though looking back at it now, it's not like it was very, very disliked or anything. It's not like it was like half disliked. Some people actually like that video. But again, hardcore Dragon Ball fans, they hated my version of it, which I get, which I get a lot. I don't like it either. But it got a lot of views, and to be honest, it did get a lot of likes. I was looking at it yesterday. I'm like, okay, this wasn't as hated as I thought. Gambit as Hercules. There you go. Channing Tatum. Okay, we got 722, my friends. If I only spend like another 15 minutes, well, I still have to do things like make the cape. I think I have time to draw Hades, like a ominous Hades, like in the background here. I think I'll have time. So, let's see here. Definitely a learning experience for sure. Ever thought of drawing the Guyver? I have. I actually have thought about drawing the Guyver. I probably will eventually one of these days. So we'll see. Are you looking forward to the upcoming Superman movie? And will that be a piece you draw on YouTube? Wonderful question. We will see about what pieces will come from that. I'm pretty sure I will. I'm hoping, like Warner Brothers has been very good to me. I'm hoping that they'll let me go to the fan screening. But we'll see if they do or not. But yeah, number one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to update that Superman piece that I did that has like 80 Supermen on it. I want to update that. I'm still trying to figure out how to do that though, because at first I thought I would just replace the one small Superman in the middle with the new one. But I also realized if I did that, I wouldn't have a version of the classic costume in the entire piece, and that doesn't make sense. I need the classic costume in there. So if I could figure out how to just add David Cornsweet, because all the actors are already in that piece, like it'd be a nice piece to have that fully colored and everything. So that was that Superman piece I did quite a few years ago. But I could do one of it looks like Is that the JSA in there? Which super team is in there? You know, with the Guy Gardner and the Hawk Girl. Is that JSA? Is that JSA as well? Or do they even have a team? With Mr. Terrific and all that, so maybe I'll do a drawing with them. I don't know. We'll see. Draw Hades like James Woods. The more I look at Hercules, the more it looks like Kevin Sorbo. Is it okay for some small mistakes in anatomy sketches? Yeah, why not? They're just sketches. You know, the whole point of sketches is to learn, right? That's the whole point. So I wouldn't worry if you make a few mistakes here and there. I'm just trying to get all of this in there. Let's see here. Draw Gordon Ramsay. I drew a lot of Gordon Ramsay. But by the way, I don't think Gordon Ramsay is as popular as he was a couple years ago today, you know? Or at least I haven't, you know, I don't hear of him much these days as I used to, you know? Do I find the timer intimidating? No, especially if, you know, you're used to it or if you've done it a lot. And you guys know, I timed a lot of my drawings. So, and again, it's just a guide. It's not like, you know, not like the drawing's going to explode if I don't finish on time. Right? It's more like, okay, it's just a little extra push. Little bit extra push so I finish at a reasonable time. So, like, again, guys, I told you I do have a hard out at 8 o'clock. Okay, I do have a hard out at 8 o'clock today. So that's why I have the timer in the first place. I was going back and forth with what I wanted to do with these little amulets here, but I'll just keep it simple. Just keep it simple, man. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. That's what I say. Part of me still wants to add stubble to this guy. I still want to add stubble. I'm confused in adding costume and how to add it in. Like, actually how to put in the costume, you mean? Okay, guys, so I'm just adding some extra detail here to the bottom part of his outfit. Okay. Yeah, something like that, guys. Okay. So, I do need to draw the cape still. He does have a cape. Okay, so we got the cape going. This pen's running out. Carl Thompson Arndt says, how did you first start? Would you copy drawings or were you just straight out with your own? How did I first start? Yeah, I would definitely copy drawings for sure. I mentioned before, we talked about how I got into drawing the other day. I started watching cartoons, and I would just try to draw my favorite cartoons. But as you get older, of course, you would just try to copy. You know how many times I've drawn the cover to X-Men #1 by Jim Lee? Like so many times have I tried to copy that cover. But yeah, that's how you start off. Now the important thing is though that you don't go around saying that that's quote unquote your drawing, as we say. I always tell young artists, okay, copy your favorite artist to learn, but copy your favorite artist for sure, but do it as a learning exercise. Like understand why they make certain decisions. Why am I adding these lines here? Like these ones here. What am I doing? Why am I adding that? Understand why they're doing it. Okay. Most likely it has something to do with the lighting. Sometimes it has to do with the type of material they're trying to portray. Like, for example, this is like a metal piece. It's a little bit different than how you would do skin, right? Probably wouldn't do the skin the same way. Or try not to anyway. So stuff like that. And then try to figure it out that way, Because I'll give you an example. There was a young kid that, and he's a nice kid, a very, very nice kid. So nothing on this kid. He just didn't know, or doesn't know. But he messages me and he's like, "Hey James, I copied all your drawings. Now how do I sell them?" He's like that. How do you? Yeah, I didn't have the heart to because you say that to any other artist, they'll get very mad. Let's just say that. They'll get very mad at you, right? Learn, the whole point to copying some of the arts is that eventually you'll be able to go and make your own layouts, make your own versions of the drawings, and all of that, right? That's the hope. And that's what you try to do when you're learning how to draw. So, anyway. Let's see here. I saw. Yeah, because back in the day, back in the day, a person would be roasted. It's actually more accepted. You know what I'm finding today? It's actually way more accepted now to copy other people's artwork. It really is. Back in the day, if you were caught, copying somebody's artwork and posted it without crediting them, there was a website called Swipe of the Week, and then they would put the artwork side by side, and they're like, okay, is this a swipe, an homage, a swipe or an homage, or a coincidence? Those were the three, and people voted. And if you were voted a swipe, you would get roasted, my friend, canceled. Canceled. So, but again, today I'm finding it's more accepted. Today, at least in the social media world, maybe not like in the professional art world, but if you actually want to be a professional artist, you're going to have to try to figure out how to make your own versions of drawings and not just copy somebody else's work. Okay, that's what you got to do. And that's how it is. So, let's see here. So supposedly I was going to make breakfast. My eyes were like, make it or watch the show. Can't you do both? There you go. The next Batman drawing should be drawn from ideas produced by the live stream audience. Maybe. Some of you wanted me to do Batman Beyond. I might actually do that. We might do a Batman Beyond piece. That would be fun. Lord X Cal says, who is your favorite comic artist? I think I mentioned this yesterday, so I won't go too in depth, but I have a big seven. Seven. Of course, my good friend Mr. David Finch, Jim Lee, Brian Hitch, Travis Charest, George Perez, Alex Ross, and Art Germ. Those are my big seven. Now, yeah, everyone has their experiences with those artists. The late great George Perez. I've heard some people were complaining about meeting him in person. And that's sad to hear. But in terms of his actual artwork, it was one of the things that inspired me to draw the way I do today. Oh, and don't forget Jeff Darrow. Jeff Darrow as well. He was a big inspiration of mine too. So, okay, I think I have time to add Hades in here, guys. This stream went by pretty smoothly today. Okay. My first ever video. Well, we'll just go to my YouTube channel and check it out. My first ever video. There you go. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do, guys. First of all, I am going to... oh, is it shrunk already? No. Okay, I'm going to shrink... Okay, so just going to shrink that down because... Okay, and I can stop the timer now. And I'm just going to say, hey, Google, set alarm for 7:55.
Done. Your alarm set for 7:55 a.m.
Yeah. How does someone get into the comic book industry? I think I talked about that at length in yesterday's stream, Sabel. But I will say to you, the best way to get any job is to prove you can do the job. So for you, the very basics, okay? Sequential art, okay? Not pinups, sequential art. You got to show you could tell a story. Comic books are storytelling. They're storytelling. So you got to prove you could tell a story. Prove you could tell a story with one character. Prove you could tell a story with multiple characters. Okay? There are tons of scripts online. My suggestion to you would go and grab those scripts, grab some of those professional scripts, and then try to draw them. Okay? And then once you're done that, that's when you would start going around and trying to meet editors. Two people I would try to contact. Number one, editors. Number two, writers. Those are the two. And the reason because writers have a say on who they work with. Editors are the ones who actually hire. Okay? So try to meet as many of those as you can. And the first thing you should not talk to them about is not, hey, give me a job. No, don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. Try to actually get to know them. Right? comment on their posts. Be active. Whenever if they are on social media, they post a lot. Like comment, and see if they'll comment back. Like, just talk to them. Don't let the only thing you say to them, hey, give me a job. On the YouTube side, I get that a lot. I get a lot of people that just come up to me, hey, promote my channel. I don't know you. I don't know you. Why on earth would I promote your channel? Hey, I want my channel to, people do that, man. They do. Did I just turn off the, I think I just closed the Instagram by accident. Oh well. I don't know if it's still going on. Let me see. Is the Instagram, am I still live on Instagram? I don't know if I'm still live on Instagram. I don't know. Because I think I just closed it. I think I just closed my Instagram. Oh no, it's closed. Okay. Whoopsies. Bye, Instagram. Hope you had fun. It's just you and me, everyone else. There you go. You and me. Oh, it says I'm streaming now. Can I just turn this off? Okay. Okay, Instagram's gone, guys. It's just us. Yeah, trying to lay out with the script. Yeah, exactly. So that's what you do, guys. Use the script, okay? Which is unfortunate because the question was from Instagram. But, whatever. We have to show anatomy shape on top of the costume. That is comic style? Oh, you're just talking about like when I draw the muscles and stuff. Yeah. Marvel style is how I draw. It can be, but yeah, for sure. Like if you look at Marvel comics, right? You've seen like they try to show the muscles. They do. Now, is that the only way to do it? No. Is that the only type of artist they hire? No. Are all artists who work for Marvel look like my style? No, not at all. There are multiple styles. This is how I do it. But showing muscles, that's always been like kind of like a staple of comic books. But again, it's not the written rule. But at the same time, you will see a lot are. If you just look up the type of comic artists that work for Marvel, a lot of them you do see like a lot of the anatomy on top of the costume, right? Now, me and David Finch were talking about this before, because he puts veins in the costume. You would never see veins in the costume. You would never see it. Never see it. But you do it anyway, and they don't say anything. So, Brazil loves my drawings. Well, I love Brazil. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to. Good. Okay, I'm just gonna look up Hades reference. I have 15 minutes. He's got a very thin face, right? I'm just going to lay this out, guys. If I like it, we'll go ahead with it. If not, I might not even add it. Maybe you guys could tell me if you like it or not, because this is what I was thinking. You know, just like a background. You know how these, it's like very similar to those Drew Struzan posters where you have the ominous figure in the background. So you guys tell me if you like it or not. If not, I won't bother. But then this could be blue. So what do you guys think? You like it? What do you guys think? Hades has to be there, says Mr. Flex and Waxed. Part of me is like, I think I need more than 15 minutes to draw this, though. I will find my way. I could go the distance. Please. I'll go every mile. That was worth my while. Okay. Okay, let's add it. Why not? There you go. Okay, you like it. Okay, so let's do it. Let's add them. And again, it's just a hint. It's just a hint. Very similar. I'm inspired by how Drew Struzan does. You know, that ominous. He'll do those ominous figures in the background. I also want to give him like little snake eyes, you know? Snake eyes. What are we doing for time? 7:47. So we're a little bit more than 10 minutes. You know, this is where the brush pen really comes in handy. It's good at doing like these longer strokes and stuff like that. Helps. Definitely helps. This is actually one good thing I like about having the OBS going is that I could actually see, like top down. I really talked about this before where it's actually hard for me to see, like it's on an angle, so I don't have the best perception when it comes to the actual drawing itself. Now, the only issue with this is if I'm just going to turn this into a cover, it's a horrible cover. It's a horrible cover. And let me tell you why. There's no room for the title. There's no room. It's time of 7:51, so we got less than 10 minutes left, guys. Warren says it looks great. There you go. Alpha Proto says I was disappointed with how much I drew last year. If I try to keep it, James, I should have a decent sized portfolio by the end of the year. Well, that's the hope, okay? And if there's anything that I would love to do is to encourage you guys to at least draw consistently. And again, you don't have to do a new piece every day like I do. You could be working on the same piece every day. It's really up to you how you want to do this. But I'll be honest, same with me. I was in your boat, my friend. I definitely did not draw as much as I wanted to last year. I definitely took it easy at times last year. And hoping that this year will be better. So far, so good. So far, so good. I can't complain. So let me erase this, and then we're just going to spend the rest of the time just adding some details to this, this top here. Just use an 8. There you go. Hades reminds me of Red Skull. A little bit, a little bit. Okay. Which time we got left? 54. We got 6 minutes left, guys. 6 minutes left. I have a very hard out at 8. Stop. So that's the 55 mark. That was the 55 alarm. That means to wrap things up. But we will go right to the time, guys. We'll just go right to the time. Right to the time. There you go. Let's see here. Wow, thank you. It's me, your fave. Well, thank you, my friend. Yeah. Action Gamer 09 says, I know anatomy, I know how it works, but when I start sketching, I always make mistakes in shape. It could be a proportion thing. It definitely could be a proportion thing. It's hard to say without actually looking into work, but from what you say there, it sounds like to me maybe like even though you know anatomy, like the size comparison could be off. That could be a reason why you're getting that trouble. Maybe, but again, that's me not seeing your work, so it's very hard to say. And again, also, it's subjective, you know? I don't know what's going on. What was he doing here? Why is there a line here like this? Questioning some decisions I made here, guys. Wait, what's this? I'm trying to figure out what that is. What's that? Was that his neck? Trying to figure it out. Well, you know, it's one of those things where it's too late to fix. I think that was his neck, but now I'm like thinking about, yeah, like his neck should have been like this, down, but that's okay. Let's black it out. Hi, Bryce. Good to see you. Okay, guys. Hi, Steven. Good to see you. The stream almost done? Yep, we're almost done. We're going to finish in 1 minute. One more minute, guys. Last minute. Last minute for simple things here and there. But thank you, guys, for joining the stream today. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you for helping me stay on time for what I wanted to do today. But don't worry, I will be back tomorrow. And depending on how Raw goes tonight, we're either going to do like some sort of wrestling drawing tomorrow, or I'm going to be jumping into some coloring, doing a coloring challenge tomorrow, but we'll see, okay, guys? In the meantime, I think that should be good. Okay, guys, so this is it. This is my Hercules piece. Definitely a lot of fun. And thank you guys for encouraging me the whole way and for helping me. I couldn't have done this without you, so I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for joining in on the stream this morning. You guys are the best. Do you know that? You guys are the best. So whatever you're doing today, Have yourselves a wonderful day. If you're going to draw more, by all means, guys, if you want to draw your version of Hercules and want to make it in this video, join the Discord. Link is down below. Post your Hercules drawing there. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful day. And join me again tomorrow, 5 a.m. Eastern Time, so we could all draw together. 9 a.m. this morning. 9 a.m. this morning, I'm dropping a new video. Me drawing a Super Saiyan Infinity Goku. So do go check that out if you get the chance, okay? Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. My name is James Reyes. I am the box office artist. I'm here to say keep drawing. I'll see you all next time. And also here to say artists, assemble. I will find my way. I could go the distance. I could please the God if I would be strong. I'll go every mile that was worth my while. I would go most, I don't know how it goes, to find where I belong.